The Mavic 4 Pro has officially launched, but you can't buy it. DoorDash has officially expanded their drone delivery service, and we've got new information regarding an update from Nav Drone. My name is Finn, we've got a lot to cover this week, so let's dive straight into the weekly drone news. Well, it's no secret that the Mavic 4 Pro has officially launched, and we're not going to overwhelm you with all the details, but we are going to go over a few important things that you may have missed. First off, this drone won't be sold in the United States at launch due to the ongoing tensions with China. We can see that a lot of retailers like Best Buy and Amazon have not listed the drone for sale, which makes sense given the current situation. DJI has spoken out in an article written by MSN, where a spokesperson told MSN that the company had to adjust their marketing strategy for this product as a result of the recent global trade issues. While DJI doesn't have a clear timeline for when the drone is going to be sold in the United States, they did say that they are monitoring global developments and are actively looking for a solution. Unfortunately, this hasn't stopped people from trying to get their hands on the drone and scalp it on the black market. We've seen a few listings popping up with the Mavic 4 Pro after the drone launched. In times like this, you gotta have your wits about you. No matter what you buy in this day and age, you should always get it from a trusted retailer or outlet. We're hoping that this situation gets better with recent developments that took place earlier this week. We are crossing our fingers. Trade issues aside, we did pick up a few key details from the launch of the drone that you may have missed, so let's talk about those. First off, when the screen is flipped into portrait mode on the RC Pro 2, the gimbal on the drone follows what the screen is doing, making it a smooth and seamless experience. It's just one less thing you're gonna have to worry about. Secondly, the rumored electronic ND filter is not available at launch, which is kind of a bummer, but kind of expected. It was a feature that we were really looking forward to, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. This hasn't stopped leakers from sharing more photos of it though. If we take a closer look, we can see that it will clip on via the copper connection points we saw a couple weeks back. If you wanna learn more about this drone and really find out if it's worth your hard-earned cash, check out our full breakdown that we posted on our channel earlier this week. We're curious to see what Jasper Ellens, Quadro News, and Hakasushi are gonna get up to in the coming weeks and months. Maybe this will be the start of the Mini 5 Pro or leaks of the Air 4. Who knows, but we'll be sure to keep you updated. The popular drone service Nav Drone is getting an update. With the new Level 1 complex operations coming to effect later this year, the company has decided to roll out some new features. The update is scheduled to go into effect on June 3rd and will prepare the platform for the upcoming regulatory changes. So let's review some of the key details that you'll see in these upcoming changes. First, they streamlined the planning workflow with new visual overlays on the map and an improved user interface. This is definitely a nice feature to have. They've also added specific drone categories based on the operating weights rather than maximum takeoff weight, and enhanced their support for SFOC flights, so Special Flight Operation Certificate flights. Nav Canada suggests that pilots planning to fly on June 3rd should leave ample time to get used to the new interface and the features that the platform has to offer. By the sounds of it, it's not going to be something groundbreaking, but we're curious to see how this new update is going to affect operations in the future and how it's going to look and how it's going to feel. We're always excited to see the tools that we use to plan our drone flights adapting to the times and improving the user experience. So we're looking forward to seeing what this new update has to offer. Now for something a little bit different. In the coming weeks, people traveling through YVR, so Vancouver International Airport, are going to have the chance to try some self-driving pods. These pods are developed by A&K Robotics, a company based in Vancouver. They're aimed to streamline and simplify the crazy airport experience by making it easier for passengers to navigate. This new pod is called the Cruise, and it features a set of 360-degree sensors, has integrated mapping, and is assisted with the help of course, AI. I mean, what isn't assisted by AI right now? The company will be testing them on the 21st and 22nd of May at the duty-free shop in the International Food Court, with rides already taking place earlier this week. We'd be interested to see the reaction of passengers who ride in these pods and are curious to see if YVR will ever adopt this technology like in a widespread way in the future. Maybe it's going to turn into some sort of futuristic bumper cars, but who knows? Well, it looks like Ian's dream of getting pizzas delivered to his doorstep might actually come true. DoorDash and Wing, a leader in the drone delivery space, have officially launched their drone-powered food delivery in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is a first for the area, and the service will be available to customers within a 4-mile radius of the Arboretum Shopping Center in Southern Charlotte. Eligible users of the DoorDash app will see a drone icon, which will provide access to the participating restaurants if the food items meet the size and weight requirements. Customers can opt for drone delivery at checkout. They'll even receive live tracking updates as their meal approaches. It's pretty cool. It's kind of similar to when you order an Uber. This time it's in the air though. Matcha Cafe Maiko, Joe Korean Food, and Panera Bread are just a few of the options that users will be able to choose from when they're placing their order. We're a little bit jealous. Mostly Ian. He wants pizza. Panera Bread is celebrating the launch with a $1 drone-delivered bowl of mac and cheese. And of course, that's a limited time offer, but that's a steal, especially in this economy. And it's a pretty good marketing strategy if you think about it. This initiative is driven by DoorDash Labs, the company's automation and robotics division. In addition to drones, they're also testing sidewalk delivery robots through a partnership with Coco Robotics. Since launching together in Australia in 2022, DoorDash and Wing have expanded their drone delivery services to Southwest Virginia, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and now Charlotte. The drone operations are headquartered at the Arboretum Shopping Center, with Panera Bread's Pineville Matthews Road location serving as the hub for drone dispatched orders. It's pretty cool to hear something like this. We just can't help but wonder if we'll see something in Canada sometime soon. If you're curious, we've got a whole podcast episode that dives into everything you need to know about drone delivery here in Canada and the whole world. So check that out if you're interested. Today's episode is brought to you by Coastal Drone Co. Hey, that's us, your trusted resource for drone certification in Canada and the United States. If you're going to pick up a new drone, you'll probably need a license to go with it. And after all, you don't want to be caught flying without a license. We've trained nearly 20,000 drone pilots to help get their Canadian Basic or Advanced, Part 107 in America, and soon the Level 1 Complex Pilot Certificate, so you can fly confidently in Canada, the United States, and all around the world. We offer online or in-person training so you can feel confident throughout your journey as a drone pilot for fun or for work. Wherever and however you're flying, our courses will guide you through everything you need to know. So check out the links below or visit us at coastaldrone.co and take your flying to the next level. We all know that texting and driving is bad, but police in Ontario are cracking down, turning to drones to help them catch distracted drivers in the act. On May 7th, the Traffic Safety Unit conducted distracted driving enforcements at 3 Kingston intersections to increase safety on the roads. The police have obtained authorization from Nav Canada to deploy their Matrice 300 drones specifically for roadway enforcement purposes. Previously, it was only used for locating missing people and managing large events. During the enforcement operation, the drone operator was able to use the camera's zoom function to identify drivers using their phones. That information was then relayed to officers on the ground, who promptly stopped and ticketed violators. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Police issued 20 tickets related to distracted driving during the operation, plus a ticket for an improperly functioning electric bike and a driver who failed to provide insurance. In an article on their website, the Kingston Police reminded everybody of the fines that come with the distracted driving and the importance of driving safely. Just whatever you do, don't try and fly a drone and drive. That's also not a good idea. Drones in England are now being used to detect leaks. DJI should probably listen up after what we just witnessed over the past 6 months. Severn Trent Water, a company based in Coventry, believes drones could be used more effectively to detect leaking pipes if the current flying restrictions are eased. The company currently uses drones to find leaks in difficult to access areas. However, the current regulations require operators to keep the drones within direct line of sight. With new rules from the Civil Aviation Authority expected later this year, this could allow drones to fly beyond visual line of sight, which would enable longer distance operations. The drones are equipped with infrared cameras that can identify changes in ground temperature, helping to detect water leaks more efficiently. The company has some big goals in aiming to reduce leaks by 15% this year and 50% by the year 2045. This kind of makes sense as to why they're turning to drones, given how fast they can be deployed and the flexibility that a drone provides. They're also testing a remotely operated, waterproof drone-in-a-box system that should enhance flexibility and response time. Drone safety officer Johnny Bevan and lead Duncan Turner emphasized that the technology will improve operational efficiency and deliver better value to customers. We're already seeing drones being used in a variety of cases around the Lower Mainland here, and it's cool to see other countries using them for different applications and purposes all across the world. Drones equipped with thermal imaging cameras are now being deployed to combat railway trespassing incidents in England. The Northern, Network Rail, and the British Transport Police are collaborating to improve safety on the Durham Coast and Bishop Line in County Durham, following a series of trespassing incidents after the Easter weekend. Trespassing was reported in several locations, including Billingham, Heighton, and Stockton. The drones were able to successfully identify a trespasser who threw stones at trains, and they were able to locate another individual who was walking along the rails trying to get some photos. Jason Hamilton from Network Rail stated that the drones have been highly effective in identifying and reacting to trespassing quickly, and plans are in place to continue drone surveillance through the upcoming summer school holidays. Jason Wade, Regional Director for Northern, emphasized the dangers of trespassing on railway lines, warning of serious safety risks and disruptions and injuries. That's it for this week. Stay tuned for a video this Sunday where we show you how you can unlock your DJI drone so you can fly pretty much anywhere. In the meantime, check out our podcast last week where we interview Vic Moss, co-founder of the DSPA, to discuss the current state of American drone laws. And as always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.